Welcome to the Total Feeds family. We're really proud of the product lineup we have of Total Equine, Total Bull, Total Canine, Total Goat, Total Bird, Total Lamb, Total Deer, and Total People Plus. But right now I just want to focus on Total Equine because that's what you're going to be interested in early when you're selling it. What makes Total Equine different than other products like pelleted products, sweet feeds, non-extruded type feeds is the extrusion process. The extrusion process is very, very important to this because what it does is we take a hot, wet material, force it through a pipe, force it through really tiny holes under extreme pressure, and when it does, it literally explodes the starch and fiber and makes it very full of air holes. Now, the importance of this is that it absorbs moisture very rapidly. When it hits the digestive tract in the small intestine, it starts to fall apart almost immediately and dissolves and releases all of those critical vitamins, trace minerals, and ascophyllum nodosum that we put in that are very expensive, but they're very, very critical to the whole program. Now, trace minerals are the critical part of what we have in here because trace minerals are the driving force of every reaction in the body, including the bacterial growth that digests fiber. And then the important thing of our chelates is that they are more bioavailable than any other form like the oxides and sulfates or amino acid complexes that you will find in other products. And so we make the best product as far as the trace minerals and the most biologically available. Then we have the ascophyllum nodosum that is a special species of seaweed that it really creates a very good gut health environment. It kills many gram-negative bacteria like E. coli, salmonella, and those in the hindgut, and that improves the environment several ways. When you do that, it raises the pH a little bit and the fiber digestion goes up. That's documented in science. It also helped prevent the ulcer type things that people get because it helps calm the horse, it helps the nervous system. Then when the ascophyllum in the body actually creates a vasodilation, so we get more blood flow everywhere in the body. Why is that important? Because we get more of these nutrients, the critical trace minerals, amino acids and things to the muscle, the hoof, the joints, so they can repair each other, they can grow faster, and they can just be more healthy. And also, if you have a healthy gut, the immune system is stronger. We all need a stronger immune system, even in a horse. We don't think about that too often, but it's very, very important. Now, what changes do customers tell me that they see in their horses when they go from a pelleted feed or a sweet feed to Total Equine? One of the first things they tell me is that they have fewer problems with ulcers and they have a calmer horse. Now, those go together. If you have ulcers, you have an anxious horse. If you have a horse that calms down, that says that they're probably having less digestive problems. So they go hand in hand. That's very important. Hay consumption reduces. If the hay consumption goes down, it means that the horse is increasing the digestibility and getting more out of every pound of hay they eat. They just don't need to eat as much. It reduces the cravings for more hay, which is really important in keeping your horse healthy, sound, and not getting fat by overeating on hay. Joint health. Joint health is very, very important, especially because I get calls all the time telling me about older horses that have had joint problems that weren't getting around well, and they were going to have a real problem keeping them around and keeping them alive. All of a sudden, when they go on Total Equine, the joints start to work better, they're healthier, the horses start moving around more freely and easily, and I don't know if they're going to live longer, but they sure have a healthier, happier life till the day they die. Then hoof growth and hoof health is very, very important to a horse. Without a hoof, you don't have a horse. Well, people using Total Equine tell me how their horses grow a new set of hooves about every 5 months. And if they're growing this fast, they're very, very healthy and they're not going to have too many problems. So these are the things that you will find your customers tell you about Total Equine once you get them started. Now, for more information on all these products, go to TotalFeeds.com or go to Total Feeds YouTube channel and you can get all the tag information. You can get question and answers. You can find testimonials. You can find videos that tell you all about the products and training videos. And on every Thursday morning, you can join our Total Feeds dealers Facebook Live at 10:30 on Thursday morning. All you have to do is ask about it. We'll put you on there. But thanks again for being a part of the family, and call me if you have questions. My number is on every bag.